Hey Capricorn, this is your spring equinox tarot reading. I'm letting you skip the line because you often complain that I do last. This is the last time you're skipping the line though, because you're ruled by Saturn, and that means that, part of your experience is to deal with the structures and restrictions of order and of time. So enjoy this little this little cue bump, but in future readings will be in the correct order again. So I posted a little reading on my Instagram page about why I'm doing it today, so go check that out and then read this. I'm going to be honest with you, Capricorn. I found your energy a little confusing, and I have a lot of cards on the deck, most of which I'm not going to show you because they're clarifiers. So I'm going to show you the actual cards that came out, and I'll keep the clarifiers for my own understanding. So let's start. The first card that came out, I got a really, really strong energy from. It is the Temperance card here. You see that? What I feel, and it's very abstract, so I hope some of you catch the vision, as they say, because I did my best to make it logical and I just couldn't. There is a breaking away that I feel. You see how there's these two pillars? I feel, Capricorn, that there is like a splitting, but it is of stone. There's just this breaking process that's happening with you right now, and I felt from this energy, I feel it so strongly, even though I can't articulate it any clearer, and I feel that this is you in your power. This is you as you really are in this moment, but you're showing up outside of your power. Now, I feel like there is, let me just go with the reading. Okay. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here, and what I feel is that there's a lot of self-doubt with you at the moment, which I'm still kind of surprised to see, to be honest. But you are doubting and second-guessing yourself. The energy seems to be that you maybe feel that you act too harshly or move too quickly, or you don't, because you're such an authority figure within yourself, maybe you have feedback that you don't consider others enough in your actions, in your work, in your relationships. So you seem to be taking time to try and listen to other perspectives, but for whatever reason the energy isn't right here. It's like you can see how one of the figures looks a bit younger or more childlike. I feel like your attempt to integrate the perspectives of other people are with people who don't have the same level of experience and maturity as you. So it's like I want to say a waste of time. It's silly is what it feels like. It's like you're entertaining silly ideas for the sake of connection, or managing a relationship, and that could be intimate or platonic, or a colleague relationship, for example. It doesn't, all I can say, a lot of your reading is, that's why I'm moving, it's coming to me as a feeling more than a concrete idea, and I'm just saying that it doesn't feel like the right approach or the right energy, because what you have next is the Page of Swords here, and this is you. And it's almost as though you listening or entertaining these sorts of conversations brings out this in you. Like, you become the child. You revert out of your adult self, out of your mature self, out of your authority figure, and you become this look at this, like, even sucking its thumb, like, it's like you become, what is happening? That's all I can say. It's like, what is going on with you? That's how I'm feeling. Like, why are you in this childlike state, as though you need to be mummied, right? Because your Capricorn is the masculine patriarchal energy. It's the patriarch of the zodiac, and your opposite sign, Cancer, is the matriarch, really. And I feel like you've reduce yourself to a child where you're like seeking to be mothered, or it just, all I can say, I'm so sorry, like, the reading is what it is, it just seemed silly to me. That's all that's coming through. It's like, yeah, your next card is actually Two of Swords, and I think this is part of what it is. I think this is the energy you're trying to avoid, which is like not seeing eye to eye with people, this kind of level of conflict here, this kind of like drawn swords, can't move forward, can only move forward separately. I think you don't want to go it alone right now. You don't want to always, that's what it is. You all don't want to take responsibility. You're tired of being authority figures. That's the energy I was feeling. That's why you're showing up like this, because you're like, you're just tired. You're always the person leading or guiding or, you know, fixing or being like, okay, I'll come into the situation and sort it out. And it's like you're allowing yourself to be the child in the situation, one, because you don't want to be that person, but you almost feel like when you talk to people and you realize how ridiculous they are, or you realize that then just how much they're not taking responsibility for things in their life, or you see how differently thank you. Do you want to focus, phone? You see how unequal it is in terms of what they're doing and what you're doing, and you're like, do you know what? If you can live your life like this, if you can take none of the responsibility, I'll put it like this: say you're like in a family and you have responsibility for caring for maybe an elderly parent or something, and you have several siblings. Let's say you've got 7 siblings and you're the only one really, you know, diligently showing up, sorting the legal issues out, you know, making sure things are on order, showing up on a daily basis, and, you know, looking after that parent. And you're like, what's going on with my other siblings? And so you talk to them and they're like, oh yeah, just like had a chat, say it's your mum, just had a chat with mum, we just had a laugh, like she's fine. And you're like, she's not, like she has complex needs, it's not sufficient for you to call her and have a laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not your caring work done. And so you're almost like, so if that's what you think is sufficient here, do you know what, why am I doing the most? And so you falling back into your child state. This is the empath here, because you're like, I'm gonna match your energy. If you're doing nonsense, I'm gonna do nonsense. If you're not doing that much, fine, I ain't doing that much either. The truth is though, I get now why I kept saying it's silly, because there is a kind of like not taking, I don't want to say responsibility, but it's also like, it's kind of like shrugging your shoulders or being like, I don't care. You can't do it. You can't do it. Unfortunately, it's the truth of who you've come into this world to be. It's part of your energetic. You are essentially let's call you the archetype of the eldest child. Like, you are the one who has come to bring form, structure and order. There's actually someone I follow on Instagram called Awie, and Houiea, I think is how he spells his name. I really want you to look up his page. I might actually just repost it to my Instagram page, because he posted this quote. It's almost like poetry around certain placements and who have a Capricorn stellium and what their role is. And I want you to read that, because I think it beautifully depicts some of the more powerful Capricorn energy, rather than the responsibility, karma, authority, having to take up. I want you to find the power of this energy, because you do, and I knew your card would come out. You do have your card here, which is the Devil card, and I've been thinking about the Devil card so much lately. I can't wait to share some of my thoughts on it. But with you, if you look, there are 2 figures here. Oh, come on, let's can we focus? No, you don't want Capricorn to see? Hello. Okay, Capricorn, this is as close as it's gonna get for now. Let's see if I can, there we go. There are 2 figures here, and this one, sorry, has taken their mask off. And that's your energy. Like, you can't turn a blind eye. You can't pretend that this devil situation is not happening. I don't mean devil to frighten anybody. I just mean like things that need to be faced in your life. You can't pretend, Capricorn. So you're like, do you know what? I am the sort of person who takes the mask off. I am the sort of person who addresses the issue. I am the person who shows up for my responsibilities. And you need to do that this equinox period. You can't regress into, oh, I'll forget it then. But you need to find the power in that. And it's not about other people. It's about what it gives you. It's about what happens when you're in alignment with your purpose. So like I said, please, I'm going to repost Awie's poetry that he wrote about Capricorn stellium, so that you can really see the power of what you come here to do. I'm excited for you to read that. So Capricorn, I hope you got something out of this. I'm going to leave the reading here. If you like a personal reading with me, NicoleBlack.com/shop. And I have an astrology magazine that I would love if you checked out. Okay.